this is where I believe when you see some of the numbers in Vegas start to trend towards a blowout, that's where I believe right out the gate, I believe they're telling us that the Lions are going to run roughshod over the Commanders' defense. Even if they eventually catch up, this is a matchup where, okay, if you're the Commanders, you're sitting back and you're scheming up for what? What are you scheming for? To stop trick plays or to stop their normal offense? Or a little bit of both. Because what we know is this. What we know is this. Ben Johnson has plays on plays on plays on plays on plays. And he does the plays to attack their weaknesses, which they have a lot.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So even though they have the names, I'm just sitting there like, you know what? I don't want to disrespect their defense. They are 13th in the NFL for total defense.
Yep.
But they've struggled with run defense. They've struggled with tackling. They've struggled with pass rushing and coverage. This just sounds like a field day for Jared Goff.
Yeah. And when we look at just what the Commanders have done all season long, and I hate to be the schedule guy and the schedule merchant guy, but they've only faced 3 real winning teams and been able to come out on the other side of that. Most of their victories this year came from lesser teams. So when you're coming into a team like this, I don't think they felt the kind of physicality that the Lions are going to bring, especially from a trenches standpoint. This Lions offensive line, they are absolute maulers up front, not just in terms of run blocking either. In the pass pro, you got to bring your lunch pail, and they have good edge rushers on that side, but where you're going against the Lions offensive line like this, I mean, Taylor Decker, he needs to play better. There is somebody that we saw, have some struggles in recent weeks, but overall, he's a veteran that you can count on. You got Penei Sewell on that other side. So it's going to be hard, man. Kevin Zeitler, he has a decent chance to play from what we've been hearing. Yeah. So if you're able to get a Kevin Zeitler back, and even if you're not, they have suitable backups, but if you're able to get that back as well, they haven't faced the offensive line like that, and they're going to have a long day at the office trying to get to Jared Goff.
You know who I really like? Whose future I really like?
Who?
Christian Mahogany.
Yeah.
I really do.
But this is why they took him, and even as a 6th-round pick, he kind of had some fanfare about him. But this is the reasons why, man. They seem to have put him in the lab, and they've gotten his footwork together, and he is out there already making plays, man, sooner than we thought we'd see him.
Yep. It was awesome to see him just with the level of aggression that he was playing with. And if you guys know Dune and all of that, seeing him put the pictures up there, saying like the type of persona he was going for. And I was like, oh, he's cutthroat.
Yeah.
He's cutthroat. Seeing him block and push people up the field 5, 6, 7 yards all the way to the whistle and guys getting frustrated and such, I'm like, all right, let's rock. Because there's some people, I saw you in the chat, Steve-O Baby, who say, yeah, but the Lions are 30th in pass rush right now. I tell that to the Vikings.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know what this team is doing in terms of getting back certain pieces and all that. Tell that to the Vikings, because Alex Anzalone changed so much in that one game, and the entire team, the coaches, people on defense and people on offense all stated the impact that he made was just almost measureless. You can't even put a measurement on it, and we saw that defense look night and day. So it's like with the Lions, their stats to me, they're not as true to test in terms of who they actually are, whereas with the Commanders, this is who they've been all year. With the Lions, we've seen this team be one that can go out there, no matter if people send the yards or this and the other, they'll still put you in a little bit of a body bag as it relates to how many points you score or how much that you can go off. When teams are generally scoring more, it's because the Lions are also scoring fast. That's what winds up happening. People say, I saw some Commanders people like, look at y'all scoring outside of the Vikings and the Bears game the last whatever. I was like, 2 of those was because of how fast the other team started, and then they got nothing in the second half.
Right.
Absolutely nothing. So it's like the trends that I see this defense play with, I don't think that people are looking at it the right way if they're looking at just the base stats. And that's where I wanted to be able to talk about the Commanders' defense, because it is 13th overall, which is decent, and to help get them there. But when you look at the things that the Lions do good, run defense for the Commanders is ranked 30th in the league. And all of their other grades for tackling, pass rushing, and coverage are all 55 rating or lower. Yeah. Which is some of the worst in the NFL.
They're one-dimensional. And that's one thing that they have to consider, because we run the ball so effing well that you have to respect it. So if you just going to let us run roughshod for 250-plus yards, that's cool. We can beat you that way. But eventually, you're going to want to stop the bleeding. You're going to have to cheat some of those linebackers and safeties up. And as soon as you do, we can absolutely torch you with the play-action pass. And we do it to a level that they have not seen. I mean, the toughest team on their schedule was the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Philadelphia Eagles offense, while it's okay, is like nowhere near what the Lions are going to be able to bring to you, just from being able to diversify. Okay, we can kill you with a tight end, we can kill you with a slot, we can kill you on the outside, and we can kill you out of the backfield. So I mean, they better be ready, man. They better be ready.
They got to be ready. You know what, Kavasi Chase, I see you. He's always sitting on the edge of energy, man. What up, though, Chase?
Oh, what up, though? I mean, yeah, like KG was talking about, they have a good defensive line with some big names and some like very talented players, but the strength of our team is our offensive line. And once we get past that line of scrimmage, they don't have anybody who can match our playmakers in the backfield.
Yes.
Another thing I'm like a little bit worried about for the Commanders fans is like I can't wait to see Marshawn Lattimore try to line up against Jameson Williams on the outside, because that man is notorious for his.
Oh yeah. Next segment.
Goodbye. Say goodbye to your hamstrings.
We gonna get there.
Let's get there. Woo! JB Smooth, what about you, man? Because I'm trying to figure out if Ben Johnson, if it was truth or anti-bulletin board material.
I mean, it could be a mixture of both. A little bit of mixture of both. I just think he's trying to get everyone hyped up right now.
Is this coming from, I don't want to disrespect you?
Yeah, it is. That's him.
What up, though, bro?
Come on, I don't want to disrespect him out there. You got to respect your defense. As KG said, he rattled off the players, and you got to respect them as well, too. But, hey, at the same time, our offense isn't going to stop as well, too. I got to give a shout-out to High Def Steph in the chat
shout out
as well, too. $5 super chat. He says, I like it when they pick the other team to beat us. I feel like it motivates our team to put belts to ass. We need that chip on our shoulder. And I have to agree. What do you guys think?
I agree. High Def, we need you here tomorrow, bro. We need you here tomorrow. Pep rally. We got Cody Davis in here tomorrow at 9 a.m. as well.
Hey, Cody.
He's just
in studio?
In studio.
Shout out.
It's going to be a day. We might, think High Def, Cody, Summer. It might be something.
We need some summer. Look out the weather. Look outside right now, man. We need some summer.
Uncle Leland Stein, legendary Leland Stein. He's covered 32 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be able to get him in here whenever he has time. I'm trying to get him in here too. Yeah. So Friday is going to be all out Lions. Obviously, Pistons, if they win, we got to talk about them in that opening segment.
Yeah,
but we got some people. We got some people coming in to help us really break this down. I'm trying to get a Commanders person on as well for a segment. So it's going to be awesome. But I agree with that, man. I agree with High Def. This team has been able to honestly beat you no matter what. If we are going to be shorthanded, we have a game plan for that. If there's some adversity we have to go through, we have a game plan for that. If golf has not played its cleanest game, we have a game plan for that.
Yep.
Like, whenever everyone wants to pick against us, we have a game plan for that. And when we're the leaders, we just stomp. Like, we're not talking about a team that just kind of limped into the playoffs and got lucky. We're not talking about that. We're talking about, think what limping would have been, we barely beat the Vikings. We beat their tails, bro. You want to talk about black and blue?
Fuck them
up. The whole division is winless against the Lions.
Yep.
And now I'm supposed to be shuddering at the Commanders' defense because I'm disrespecting it. No, I've been saying all season, Commanders are going to have a fine year. I said that from the start of the year. But fine has nothing to do with what these Detroit Lions are, man.
No, and I mean, I talked about it yesterday. Everything doesn't have to be disrespect. The Lions are just on another plane, another plateau. The Washington Commanders still have a lot of holes that they have to address in later seasons. They are going to be a good team, but as of right now, I just cannot see a way you go into Ford Field with a team like that and come out with a victory. I don't. Not in this situation.
Not in this situation. There's just too many things that this team does well, and then when those things aren't working, they still find a way to be motivated to do well.
We can win any type of game, man.
Anywhere. Isn't that what Dan Campbell promised? I know we got to go to the next segment, but I'm like, that's what he said.
We getting it by any means.
That's why it makes so much sense now. Like, now I want to hear his speeches on repeat. Like, I will in a landfill. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
What a butt cheek and 3 toes. We will beat. He said it. BTA.
He said every time we at your doorstep. You don't got to go looking for us. We right here, big dog. So.
And we've continued to see them punch that ticket. So you know what? Let's get into this next segment because we got to talk about a couple things. The level of aggression. And maybe we'll talk about the Commanders' aggression tomorrow.
Okay.
When we talk about their offense versus the Lions' defense.
Yeah.
Because today I do want to talk about J-Mo and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I know Chase is fired up about what J-Mo can do because you're right. Lattimore's grade and coverage is the worst in the NFL. And you know, since we're in the mood, let's go ahead and just satisfy that like button, man. Y'all gotta hit that like button, smash it. if you're a Detroit Lions fan, let's also get that chat poll too after this, man. Smash that like button, man. Let's run this up. It's Thursday. We're a couple days from January in the D. The city's going to be on fire. We're going to be downtown at Gillies. So we're right in the middle of the action. I'm going
I love
LCA for the Pistons game, bro.
Yeah.
I'm literally going from church, sunset, right? Family stuff done after Sabbath. LCA right over to Gillies.
No, it's an easy transition, man. Walk right down the street. Hopefully, if the snow, not on the ground, you can take a stroll over there, man. It's gonna be nice, man.
I can't wait, and I know we're gonna have a ball. This is what it's all about.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. I know next week, if and when they win, we're trying to make sure that we can do some giveaways for the people to be able to join us as well. Because Gillies is sold out. Everything downtown is getting sold out. If you're not in the arena, be somewhere downtown.
Yeah.
If you're around
you
us,
want to be in that vibe.
come find us. We're going to have like 10 people getting fan interaction content. We got agents. We the new TMZ out here.
Yeah.
That just is what it is.
And
so,
as much as I love Hey Social, I'm going to be down at home with my people.
Right now.
With my people, man. I got to be with the people.
We're going to be down there. A whole social squad down there, right? Kavasi, I think Travis is coming up. Justin will be here. It's going to be
converging,
hype.
bro.
Summer's going to be down there. It's going to be hype. It's going to be hype.
Don't tell the people that.
Summer's going to be down
You're
there.
right.
It's going to be hype.
Don't
man.
incentivize the people. Jeez,
Dog,
man.
Let's jump into this, dog. I know Chase. I was like, Chase GPT, hold it for one segment. And we're going to push the aggressiveness of the Commanders' offense and their fourth down approaches and such to tomorrow because it's really just a Jaden Daniels show.
Yeah.
So we're gonna push that with those fourth down calls. So we're going to push that to tomorrow.
Hold on. Speaking of Jaden Daniels, you got to shout out our resident Commanders fan, Taydon, in the chat. Taydon been in there fighting all morning, man. Shout out to you being in there taking another beating yet again today. But he went out here and said that my man... He went out there and said that my man JD is in the same convos as Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson. And while JD is great, bro, I don't think he there just yet. Let's slow your roll a little bit. Let's slow your roll a little bit.
We will. You know what? We're just going to have a Jaden Daniels segment tomorrow.
Yeah. Respect, my guy, though.
The Jaden Daniels segment is just literally we're going to replace Commanders offense versus Lions defense. It's just going to be Jaden Daniels versus Lions defense.
I didn't know he was an MVP in, one season.
Didn't know?
I didn't know.
He's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, Jaden. You didn't know that, right?
I didn't. I'm late to the party as usual.
As a rookie.
Y'all didn't know
it's
he
that
had
good jar.
that undefeated season this year. They got the number one seed in the NFC.
What?
He did. He led the. You know what? He was one of the top 3 or 4 in passing yards. Right?
Wow. I don't know what season I was watching. Maybe I was watching like last year or something. I don't know, man.
JB Smooth, I know you got some super chats over there, and we got to talk about this because I believe when we talk about underestimating or disrespect, these Commander fans, they don't care about Amon-Ra or J-Mo.
They don't. and they should.
What?
They should.
What? Do y'all know about playoff Waymo J-Mo? They don't even know. Hey, let's get to those super chats real quick because the chat family has been on one this morning, man.
They don't know, but we'll get to that tomorrow. Shout out to Dante151 again, $9.99 super chat. Also, some Commander fans are saying that Sanderstill is going to lock up Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That's what I've been seeing.
A rookie against the killer. As one Randy Jackson once said, come on, dog. It's not for me, dog.
Hell no, bro.
Shout out to Dante151. But we still got our super chat goal going on right now. If we get $50 or up to $50, Chase will drop whatever he's doing and take a lap around the building. I'll V-mix him in so you can see for sure that he is running outside in the cold.
In the snow.
In the snow, yeah, exactly. We're at $36 right now. So let's get those super chats going as well.
Hey, let's get those super chats going. Goodness gracious, I'm telling you, I've seen some wild stuff. And you remember, I got connections out to the DMV, man. It's where I played my college ball. It's where I became a man. And I held it down for Detroit. I held it down. They all knew, man.
Yeah.
They always, though. I told them I got that. Like, I'm from Detroit. That's what when I'm announced, I want it that way. We was out in Pennsylvania. Like at the Erie something classic, and we were playing Kutztown, and we were playing University of Pittsburgh, Johnstown. We were playing some dogs in UNC Wilmington, and then I got to start. My parents were there. I was like, dope, this is so dope. And they were like, from Canton, Michigan. I'm like, oh.
They got you with the Canton, no, not the Canton, dog.
I lived there the least amount of time of my life.
Right, what type of shit is that?
I was there for like 3 years of my life, and it was a Kenton. I was like, I looked over and my coach was like, I told y'all.
Right.
My whole team was laughing, dog. It was hilarious.
My boy from Canton, dog.
But you know what, man? But no, look, I be telling them because I care about my family and my friends and my old colleagues and peers out there in the DMV.
Yeah.
All the media people, I care about them. I'm trying to let them know, guys, we used to make music about this. We used to be on the radio talking about this.
Used to dream about this day.
Guys, I'm telling y'all, be happy for what you got. But this kind of just dismissal, how do you on one hand say we are disrespecting and dismissing them? And then the wide receivers, our 2 top wide receivers, are lunching on theirs. And they're just saying, nah, we're about to lock them up. Chase, I know you've been sitting at the edge of energy, man. You were ready to go ham on J-Mo. This is that one. This is the Krispy Kreme right now. We're set at the Glaze Factory for Amon-Ra and J-Mo. But it's done in good faith because we want to make sure that Commanders fans know exactly who these guys are.
Yeah, I mean, Jameson Williams is already the fastest player in the NFL, and we're already talking about like the Commanders having some guys who are long in the tooth and getting older. Marshawn Lattimore is getting up there in age, and throughout his career, he's dealt with a lot of like soft tissue injuries to his hamstring and his ankles and stuff.
And he had one this year.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just that combination just sounds like a recipe for Jameson Williams to just absolutely cook up and go off. Either in the backfield, like on an end around, or just going straight down the sideline in a straight line because no one can like keep pace with him. So, I mean, just any time that Marshawn Lattimore is lined up and is within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage of Jameson Williams, it should be an automatic like kill. Jameson, you're running in a straight line, and I'm just throwing it as far as I can because this man cannot cover you, and if they don't have a safety over the top, it's just an insta bomb.
I love that, an insta bomb. Hey,
like
we talk about your guys, son, JB Smooth. And obviously, Amon-Ra St. Brown as well. And what J-Mo did this year, remember, he got the 1,000 yards total before he got the 1,000 yards receiving. And to see the team say, no, we're getting you this 1,000. Did you see what he had to do to get the 1,000 yards?
Yeah, the little screen pass at the end of the game.
But there were several plays. And I'm like, why is he still in? And I realized, like, there were several. One of them got called back, and he still stayed out there on the field.
They still gave it to him.
That's dictation.
I told y'all.
That is just straight up dictation. I
you may think
I lost it so wild. I was like, no.
Yeah.
That was just straight up dictation. That's what that was, bro.
Emphasis on dick.
That's just because they control that. They control that. I don't know. It's like that Family Guy meme, dog, of the train bursting through the tunnel. I don't think the Commanders understand what this Lions team is, bro. And
man.
What he's talking about with J-Mo, do people realize what this guy has done both on the ground, as well as through the air?
Even if you're not looking at the stats, I don't think they realize the speed that he has. Like, on game tape, that's one thing. It might look like, okay, yeah, he's pretty fast. We can see how fast he is. It's different when you get out on that field and he's coming across the middle, or he's beating you deep, beating your corner and your safety to a spot and killing you deep. So, man, I really don't think that they're ready for the type of speed that Jameson Williams possesses. And when you look at a Marshawn Lattimore or even a Mikey Sanders still, which I got to give him credit. Michigan boy. I rock with Mikey. But, I mean, you really think he's going to go out here and shut down Amon-Ra or J-Mo?
Do you love Mikey Sanders still?
I do.
Blue, right?
I do.
Look into the camera and let him know.
Listen,
this is warning.
Y'all already know. We Mikey, you forever indebted to us, man. We won a title with you. You already know how we feel about Mikey Sanders still. However, and you got to give him credit, okay? You look at his stats: 62 total tackles, 14 passes defended. 14 passes defended for a rookie. That's not bad at all. But you really think that he is going to completely shut down Amon-Ra for a whole game? Or you think that he'll completely shut down J-Mo for a whole game, especially when you getting gashed in the run game for 6, maybe 7 yards per carry? Like, what are we talking about here? Because that rush defense is going to provide problems for y'all in being able to cover our receivers long term. Eventually, you have to respect that run game, and we gonna make you pay as soon as you do.
Look, man, you guys know who the lowest graded PFF cornerback was in the wild card round? With a grade of 26.5. Well below the average. Way below. Do you guys know who that was? Look at Chase right at me. He knows.
I mean, I don't. You said it earlier. It was Marshawn Lattimore.
There you go. There you go. And that's what I'm saying. It's like they keep talking to us about, y'all defense injured.
Couldn't tell.
Our defense was injured, yes, but like you said earlier, we got Alex Anzalone back, and this defense without Anzalone, they're like a well-run ship. We have a great first mate, we've got great crewmates, And this ship can sail just fine without a captain, but when we have our captain back, we operate so much better, so much more efficiently, and with so much more confidence. And Alex Anzalone is our captain. So,
like Joshua Nixon, he said it best. I'm still trying to figure out why people keep saying our defense is depleted when we only lost 2 games, and that's the whole point of it. Listen, we're sitting here talking about the fact that there are people out there right now believing that the Lions should be on upset alert because of the defense. And I'm sitting here like, okay, all right, help me understand something here. At best, you could say that even at our worst, our defense is now comparable to the Commanders and probably still a little bit better.
Yeah.
Right? Why isn't anybody focusing on the fact that our offense boat races everybody, even the Bills defense? We put points on everybody. The only thing we didn't put points on was, I think at the beginning of the season when they openly admitted, we're still figuring it out. We're going to hit our stride around week 5 or 6, and they did. True to word. And since then, it was just straight up. Like, think about how they started slow.
Mm-hmm.
And they still lead the league in points per game.
Yeah.
That's where I'm just like, what are people actually looking at? Because what are you going to do? You're going to load up and stop the run? You're going to get housed over the top.
Yeah.
You're going to get, your linebackers are going to be in trouble.
Play action, man.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so then what are you going to do? Drop back in coverage? Well, that's just dumb because now we're going to control the time of possession.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Commanders fans say some of these same things, but the problem is when you actually look at the grades, when you're actually looking at how these teams have played and how they fared through the season, it's just like, I already see how this is going to go. You don't have the dogs to cover everybody that we have.
No,
you don't have the dogs. We're going to break it down tomorrow a little bit more because I have the numbers of Jared Goff against the types of pressure and defense that the Commanders will bring traditionally. And Jared Goff lunches against the blitz. He lunches against man-to-man coverage.
Yeah, I mean, that's the recipe to beat Goff, but the problem is teams can't do it. You can't get to our quarterback because our offensive line is so good. So I'm not worried about, what their defense can really do against this offense. And we'll get into our defense, tomorrow, because I think that narrative needs to stop too, because this Lions defense, say what you want about them, they have numbers behind them. And when you got a coach like AG that's going to be able to scheme up against this Commanders offense, I'm not worried in the slightest bit, bro. But this Commanders offense, or should I say Lions offense against the Commanders defense, I just don't see it, bro. Like, y'all gonna have a tough day at the office.
I don't see it either, and I don't even want to be like, cocky or prideful. This is just when we sit down and we're looking at it, I'm just like, hey,
there's too many weapons to account for.
Yeah, I mean, this is like when I played Neil in bubble hockey. I was just like, hey, Neil, I'm rubbing 2 quarters together. I'm like, hey, you want to play? And he's just like, you have no idea what you're in for.
Lesson.
So you don't know what you don't know. Commanders fans, you're not sure. Like, you haven't come here in this environment. Nobody has before, and it's going to be tough, and it's not going to be fun. Just like when I got shelled 9-0 in bubble hockey. You're just going to have to sit there and take it.
You do, and even just one more thing, because I know we're talking about, obviously Amon-Ra and J-Mo and what these guys are going to be able to do, because you're able to use them in a plethora of ways. Even if it's Amon-Ra throw a pass, Amon-Ra run off of a screen. Hey, Amon-Ra, we're going to pitch it to you, but then you're going to pitch it to J-Mo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so much that